From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your evening update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way up to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Well, I'd like to remind everyone that I have a new live segment called Coffee with Krueger. It's every weekday morning at 6:30. You can watch from every platform that I offer, weathernorcal.com, the mobile app on your iPhone, your Android. If you have Roku, you can watch it on Roku, Fire TV. Just be sure to tune in all those times at 6:30 in the morning for all those places. And if you want to interact with me, ask questions, tell me what's going on in your neighborhood, you can watch it on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter as well. Once again, that's Coffee with Krueger every weekday morning at 6:30. All right, here's what's going on. Here's the deal. We do expect to see mainly dry conditions now, at least through Christmas, if not longer. Now, there are a few spots of Northern California that could see a little bit of activity before then, which we'll get into here in a second. But the wet weather will most likely, at this point, what it looks like, is return sometime around the middle of next week. Now, the good news, too, is I'm beginning to see signs of some colder air with these storm systems, which would mean lower snow levels, and hopefully that would mean more snow for the Mount Shasta Ski Park. And that's, of course, one thing that I'm sure any skiers or snowboarders are hoping for at this point, because we'd love to get that ski park open as soon as we can. Let's get you through the night tonight into tomorrow morning. And there you can see it's going to be foggy in some spots here, especially a lot of those inland valleys and those mountain valleys. But quite honestly, even though it's not here on this forecast, you can't see it here, I think there's a possibility we could see some fog for even parts of the Sacramento Valley, simply because we've seen a lot of rain. If we get enough clearing, that is enough for us to possibly see some of that fog. So it could get interesting. Of course, be sure to tune in tomorrow morning on Weather NorCal, and I'll have all the latest for you if we should have any fog in the valley, because that could delay maybe some of your travel in the morning. Low pressure is the main story for today. The rotation around that low is what brought in the clouds, and of course even some of the showers that some of us have seen. But this is moving out. Once it moves out, we've got a dry weather pattern moving in. And you'll see that on Futurecast here. Of course, here's this evening going into tonight, just some clouds. But again, remember I was talking about the potential for some fog. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow. This right here could potentially be fog for parts of the valley. Now, the main ingredient is the fact that we have a lot of moisture in the ground. So we have that low-level moisture to tap into. So with clear skies, the two of those could kind of help develop that fog. However, one thing that will prevent that fog developing, or a couple of things. If the clouds don't clear out, but I do expect them to clear out, but if there's even just a little bit of a wind, that can help scour out any fog. So that's something we'll watch, but there certainly is that potential for some fog tomorrow morning. So just be aware of that for your morning commute. Again, be sure to tune in here on Weather NorCal. I do that update. It's updated by 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll have the latest for you there. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, you've got Coffee with Krueger live at 6:30. We look at the live conditions, and if there's indeed any fog, we can show you that. Here's what it looks like tomorrow in the afternoon. We'll call it mainly sunny, just a few clouds out there. We go into Friday. You see how we have some rain up to our north. Futurecast right now is not showing any activity. However, I'm still calling for a slight chance for showers for the north coast on Friday, maybe Siskiyou and Modoc County as well. At this point, I wouldn't count on it, but I do want you to be aware of the fact that there may be a stray sprinkle, maybe a light shower on Friday for the north coast, Siskiyou and Modoc County on Friday, but as I mentioned, don't count on it. We go into Saturday. We're looking at dry conditions. We go into Sunday and Monday of next week. We're looking at dry conditions. Of course, Monday is Christmas Day, right? There's the rain off to our west. Now, this is going to be moving closer on Tuesday, but still dry. Should move through by Wednesday, giving us our next round of rain. Starting to see a little bit more snow on the map here, indicating lower snow levels. We may see a bit of a break on Thursday, but this may be moving in by Friday of next week. So a bit of a wet weather pattern next week, but doesn't look terribly wet. Now we look at the wave heights for tomorrow. They are dropping down to about 6 feet, especially as you head out to sea. But with that approaching system on Friday, that is going to give us those higher wave heights, unfortunately. So your northwest winds at about 5 knots, waves from the west at 8 feet at about 12 seconds. And there you can see no alerts, of course, as we go into tomorrow. Here's what it looks like tonight, though. Now, again, we can see some fog for some of the inland valleys, some of those mountain valleys as well. Not out of the question for some fog early in the morning for parts of the northern Sacramento Valley as well. So again, that's something we'll have to watch here very closely. Now we take you into tomorrow, mainly sunny skies, temperatures mid, quite honestly, maybe even some upper 60s, but we still kind of have some cooler air that's in place. So we'll keep it right around the mid 60s in the valley, 40s for the eastern mountains, but for Siskiyou and Modoc County, somewhere in the low 50s, upper 50s for Trinity County, low 60s inland, and low 60s for the coast. All right, so let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. Of course, tomorrow is the first day of winter. It's known as the winter solstice. And of course, we're going to be looking at that officially for tomorrow. So tomorrow is officially the first day of winter, although it won't feel like it because we're going to be looking at dry conditions and fairly mild temperatures. There's that slight chance for Mount Shasta on Friday as well as El Turris. Don't count on it. Don't cancel any outdoor plans if you have anything going on Friday outdoors. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of next week, all dry. Then by Wednesday, that's when we see our next chance for some rain and, of course, snow down to about 4,000 feet for Mount Shasta in particular. For the valley, it's dry. Dry for the first day of winter tomorrow, dry through the weekend, dry for your Christmas day. How about dry on Tuesday? But by Wednesday of next week, maybe a chance for some showers entering the picture. Now, despite the dry conditions and more sunshine, we're actually seeing temperatures drop as we go into the weekend, only in the low to mid 50s here for Monday and Tuesday of next week. Your 7-day outlook for the coast, there you can see the first day of winter is dry. A chance for some showers on Friday. That's also the case inland and not to mention on Sunday as well. Once again, very light, nothing to be terribly concerned about. Christmas Day is dry. That next chance for showers, better chance for showers as we go into next week, Wednesday.